Okay. I'm going to put on speaker view real fast. I'm going to spotlight myself. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Closing Your Leads, Getting Them Over the Fence. And we're going to call it Closing Leads 101 with Summerine. Yay, welcome. So I am going to introduce myself really quickly, toot my own horn a little bit, and then you guys are going to forget all about me because then it's going to be all about you. So my name is Summerine Buzzard. I am a consultant. I'm going into my 10th year of business. Oh my gosh. One of the things that I am known for, if you will, is sponsoring and bringing women into the business. I can, if I'm really balls to the wall recruiting, my highest year to date was 30 or 30 not activations, 30 sponsored recruits in a month. And typically 2 to 4 months a year, I sponsored 20 at a time just to kind of get them in and going. What I think helps me sponsor so many people at the same time is because I get really dialed in and focused. I'm really intentional about it. I'll give you a couple ideas if you need them, how to kind of track your recruit leads. But what I really want to focus on is closing them. And I honestly think that anybody can find a recruit lead. Anybody can find a recruit lead. It's what do you do when you have a recruit lead? And I think that's where everybody's getting kind of hung up on, right? So you're going to have time at the end if you are on the Zoom to kind of, pick my brain, ask me questions if you're stuck on a couple of recruit leads, and I'll help you through it. This is actually going to be pretty short, the content that I have. Fingers crossed we can get this done here in just about 20 minutes. That way you have more time with me if you're on the Zoom. I think that one of the biggest things that you have to get your mind around when it comes to sponsoring is this. Write this down. A, B, C. A, B, C. Always be closing. And you're like, what does that even mean? I'm not selling houses. No, you're offering an opportunity, but in your mind, you have to always be closing. And so there's a lot of different ways that people teach this business. Book, sell, share, repeat, right? You'll hear that one all the time, but that is not my favorite. My favorite is recruit, book, sell. And here's why. If you're here to make money on your own and just hustle your butt off selling products, cool. Absolutely. Book, sell, share, repeat over and over and over again. But if you're here to create a future that is a retirement plan that is to change the legacy of your family, to bring in money while you sleep, right? To be able to afford massive, amazing things in your life, like vacations all the time, going out to dinner all the time, like whatever it is, all the time that you want to do that you're not able to do right now, you're going to recruit, then book, then sell. But the one thing I will tell you, with this is if you're going to recruit and make recruiting your number one priority, you still have to constantly book parties. And I'm going to show you how that works too. So when you're recruiting and you're bringing these people in, I just want to mention, if they're no or not right now, they're never really no, ever. Don't believe them. No matter what they say, even if they shame you in your business, they are still not really a no. Just kind of laugh, roll it off your shoulder, be like, okay, we'll talk in a couple of years. They always come back around, always. So just remember that. If they do say not right now, that definitely means, okay, I'm interested, maybe. You're going to book them a party. You're going to sell to them. You're going to sell to their friends. And if they still don't join, guess what? Now you have new clients to sell to yourself, all right? It's a process that I need you to start thinking in your mind. This is it. You're always closing them to join your team, no matter what it is. It could be a girl who friends you on Facebook. Listen, everybody who friends me on Facebook that's not already a consultant, they're going to join my team. Every single woman that I meet in public, she's going to join my team. It's just a matter of time. Honest to goodness, this is how my brain works. Every single person that I meet at an event I go to, at the gas station, heck, my kids' teachers, it's only a matter of time until they join my team. That is how I am thinking all the time. All right. So I had all these ways to explain how it is I do what I do. Excuse me, I'm going to take my gum out. Kind of rude. And it was really hard for me to put in words. And then I found this article and I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly it. And it helped me. It's going to help me explain it for you guys. So there are 4 kinds of closing. 4. Okay. I'm going to give them to you, write them down, and then we're going to break each one down. I'm going to give you examples and how they work. So number 1 is the assumptive close. Okay. Assumptive. Number 2, the option. So option, optional. Okay. Number 3, suggestion. Number 4, urgency. Now, you'll see that there's a few of these that as I talk about them, that I use more often than others. But that's because I honestly think that I use all 4 of them all the time. But I think depending on your personality and what you're comfortable with when it comes to conversation with people is definitely going to decide which kinds of techniques you decide to use most often. But please don't be scared to try any of them. Okay. The more you practice them, the better you become at it. It's like the more times you guys demoed coochie, the more you became comfortable talking about a coochie. The more times that you demoed the main attraction, the more comfortable you sell main attraction. It's the exact same thing. You have to practice these things. And honestly, some of my best advice is message people close to you, friends, family, cousins, neighbors, whatever, and be like, hey girl, this sounds crazy, but I have no idea what I'm doing. Can I practice a conversation on you? And literally do it. Tell her that you're practicing the conversation. You're going to be surprised how many times you practice these conversations we're going to talk about with people, expecting nothing. And then those women that you practice on end up wanting to join your team or at least hosting a party. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of homework at the end. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up with that. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this. So the assumptive close, number 1, right? This is my favorite. This is my trademark. Like I said earlier, when I meet a woman, I immediately assume she's going to join my team. It's a matter of time. So whenever you have a woman that you're speaking to about joining your team, the approach being assumptive would be that you are assuming that she is going to sign today. So if you know that you're going to, it's just like this, think about it. If you already know that you're going to sell $1,000 today, it's just a matter of how do you get there, right? It's the same exact idea. If you know she's going to sign today, you get to lead that conversation to making that happen. So for me, this is when you get to be a little sassy. This is when you get to be straightforward and direct. And if you have trouble with that, don't worry, because I said you're going to practice it. But I want you to think about it. So, and I wish I would have had time to pull up some examples for you guys, but honest to goodness, if I have a girl who's on my recruit lead list, and it's been a couple weeks since the last time I talked to her, I'll check in with her. Hey girl, saw your Facebook, checking in, have a real conversation with her because I genuinely care about the people that I have that join our team. And then I'm like, I'll bring it up. And you, for an example is you could say, well, I was just checking in on you also because I realized that it's been 3 weeks since you told me that you were ready to join and we haven't been able to get you signed up. Let's go ahead and get that done today. Be quiet. Okay. Once you told her today's the day, be quiet. Okay. You could ask a question. I definitely recommend open-ended questions, but don't make that open-ended question be something like, is that okay? Or are you ready? No, you're assuming that she's going to sign today. So you could say, okay, today's the day. Let's get you signed up. You could literally say, this is my favorite thing. I'll say, which kit are we getting? If we talked about a kit previously, be like, great, let's go ahead and get you that premium kit today. Let's go ahead and get you the social seller kit. Did you know it's on sale for? Like, you could ask questions, but don't ask questions that give her an opportunity to say no. Every single thing that you say to her has to assume that she is about to sign up right now. in your mind, no doubt. And the thing that's crazy about this, there's a little bit of psychology to it because you already believe this is happening. And if you actually believe it's going to happen because that day you decided to message her and make it happen, a lot of times they believe you and they go with it. Okay. Worst case, she doesn't sign up. Best case, she signs up. That is the power of assumption. Okay. I love it. It is so much fun. So what I've noticed too is, ladies who feel like they struggle with sponsoring struggle with the assumptive approach because they just feel like this is hard for them. It's not hard. We're going to pretend to be 10 times braver and we're going to assume everybody's going to join our team this month during Love Month 2021. Everybody's going to do it. Everybody's going to join our team. So we're going to reach out to our leads. We're going to check on them and we're going to assume they're going to sign up, right? If we're going to practice, I want you guys to practice that with at least 3 recruit leads, assuming that they're signing up. All right. Number 2, the option. Okay. So the option is where and this is where I think some people feel more comfortable. You give them the option to sign today or on their payday, for example, or you give them, I kind of said that the last time, you can give them the option between 2 different kits. Either way, you're still having them sign up. You're just asking, do you want to sign up today or on your payday Friday? Do you want to sign up with the social seller kit and get the IAP, or do you want to get the deluxe kit? Giving them a choice, but it's still leading to the fact that you're assuming, remember, you're always closing to today. I'm trying to think of some other options. For sure, I always give them choices between the kits because I want them to be well informed about the differences between the kits. I actually don't prefer to give them an option between today and payday unless they mention, hey, I don't get paid till Friday. And in that case, I'm like, awesome. You know what we'll do? We'll go ahead and get you signed up for Friday. I'll pre-register you so you can get in on training right now. Okay. And that's it. Like, boom, she's in. She told you she's getting paid on Friday. That means she's signing up on Friday. Done and done, right? Absolutely. Okay. Number 3 is suggestion. And that is if you know information about them enough to be able to give them that suggestion. So for me, this is something that you're going to want to use with recruit leads that you really personally know well, or that you have been talking about signing for a long time. Now, there's 2 ways you could go with suggestion. If you've been talking to a recruit lead for a long time and you know that money is an issue, she obviously would want the premium kit or the deluxe kit, but cannot afford it. You're going to explain to her that there is a much cheaper option. It's the $39 option. It opens her a virtual kit. Plus, she wants a bigger kit and can't afford it. You're going to go ahead and let her have that kit. But what you're going to do is you're going to let her pay for that kit over the next 5 months. If you haven't noticed, the value of an IAP is about the same value as a deluxe kit. So they're not exactly the same products, but they're pretty darn close. And she'll have inventory up front, but still won't have to pay for it for 5 more months, right? So give her that suggestion. Like, I know you really want this kit, but here's this new option that I'd love to speak to you about. It's brilliant. Women are loving having the option to buy this bigger kit, but pay for it over time. And don't forget, a deluxe kit is 40% commission. When you buy a social seller kit, it's 30%, but that IAP bumps them up to that 40% that they would get with a deluxe kit. So it's literally the deluxe kit on a payment plan. Now, you're going to be so nervous when I tell you this next suggestion, when it's the number 3 suggestion. How many of you have this one recruit lead, or I have like 20, who tell you every single kit sale, they're going to sign up, 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 and then they never actually do? I don't know about you guys, but I'm telling you, we all have these girls. We do. And it's because of whatever reason gets them caught up It's they have the money and then it's spent. It's their partner's not really supportive. They freak out. They don't think they're going to have enough consult or clients. They don't think they're going to do a great job selling. They're afraid to go live. Like whatever the case is, something keeps spooking them. And that's why they don't sign up when they say they want to sign up. So if you have this girl that keeps telling you she wants to sign up, she wants to sign up, but she doesn't, this is what you're going to do. Your suggestion, you're going to tell her, like, hey girl, we've been talking about you signing up for a long time. I have a suggestion. Would you want to hear it? Of course she's going to want to hear it. What if you suggest that maybe this just isn't the time for her, and you're going to go ahead and take a break from reaching out to her for a while, 3 months, 6 months, whatever she prefers. And if she changes her mind, she can let you know. If not, you're going to leave her be. You could even go as far as saying, hey girl, we've talked about this so many times in the last 2 years. And then you never actually sign up. So I'm wondering if this just isn't the opportunity for you. That's scary, right? That's scary. That's you breaking up with her. Nobody wants to be broken up with. Everybody wants to be in a relationship. And that's what you have. You have this game of cat and mouse where she feels like she has power and you're chasing her. She knows she has the power. But if you take a second to be like, hey girl, I don't know, I don't think this is going to work out, you're breaking up with her and she's going to freak out. It happens every single time. You know what usually happens? I would say about 75% of the time, she jumps on your website and buys her dang kit because she wants to prove you wrong and she wants your relationship to keep going. 25% of the time, she's going to say, you know what? I do want to sign up, but maybe now is not the time. Or she'll tell you the reason, finally, the real reason why she hasn't signed up. And that to me is everything. Cool. Yes, I'd love for her to sign up. Of course, who wouldn't, right? But when somebody finally trusts you enough to tell you the actual reason they haven't signed up yet, that's powerful. Better thank her for being so brutally honest with you and having that intimate conversation with you, because it really is really hard for somebody to be upfront and honest about things like that. Okay. One more suggestion. Actually, I just thought about this. I wanted to tell you. So this is 3 options for suggestion. Another suggestion is, hey girl, you could validate any feeling she might have about feeling like she could fail, feeling like she doesn't have enough clients, feeling if, maybe she doesn't have enough money even for $39. Suggest that you could solve everything if she hosts a virtual party or an in-home party, whatever you're comfortable with, right? What you're going to do is you are going to hostess coach the crap out of her. You're going to open up a group for her party and you're going to help her invite and get a ton of people into this group. Okay. You're going to host the party. You're going to take from your profits $39 to get her a social seller kit, really prep her to get that inventory advantage. If she says, hey, I'm not interested in getting the inventory advantage, take $200 of your party sales, please, and activate her business for her. It helps you, it helps her, right? You get all the sales profit, but take $200 out of it and activate the girl. That would be like the biggest gift, that she can see that her friends bought enough products to not only buy her a kit, but activate her business. And it was teamwork. It was her working with you to get this. And that just instills with her that she has support, right? She signed up. She's a consultant. Guess what? She's going to change the name of her party group to her VIP group. You literally just signed her, activated her, and helped her start her online community. Win, 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 win. She now sees that she can do this. She now feels supported by you and the team that you brought her into. Duh, right? Duh. Anybody with me on this? Duh. So those are some suggestions. All right, number 4, urgency. Urgency is one that you are going to want to be careful using. This is not something that you can use every day. This is not something that you can always use on the same person. If you have somebody who is a newer recruit lead and they all of a sudden they were like on a party of yours or at a party of yours and they started showing interest, but they didn't sign up right away as a consultant. This is when you could go to them and be like, hey girl, oh my God, I'm so excited. You know, we talked about you joining at the party where I met you at. And I just wanted to tell you that we have this kit sale. It ends in 24 hours and I would love to get you in on this deal. And then you have 60 days to figure it out. Duh, that's a no brainer. Okay. Cause she only has a limited amount of time to come in at that kit sale price. But then you just told her she has 2 months to figure it out. Duh. I would feel more comfortable with that. Grabbing a deal. I mean, honest to goodness, I feel like with the $39 social seller, it's a no-brainer for anybody who loves our products. Like, I feel like if you love the products, you should just have your own personal buying membership, right? That's what you could call it. You could call this a pure romance membership option with the option of a free website making cash deposits every week. If Target was like, hey girl, hey, you shop here every week anyways, if you paid $39, you could get 30 to 50% off of all of your own purchases. I don't know who wouldn't take that, right? So think about that when you're offering that. With urgency though, I also wanted to give you, so we have the limited time offers. You could run this alongside kit sales with corporate, but you could also run your own promotions every single month. If you want to do a sign-on bonus. Now, I get a lot of questions about sign-on bonuses. I used to offer sign-on bonuses all the time, but to be honest with you, at this point in my career, I don't feel like I have to offer them very often. However, there are times that I feel like dangling that carrot definitely helps. Sign-on bonuses. My best advice is products. However, do not ever give away a sign-on bonus until your new recruit has activated whatever it is, cash, gift card, Amazon products, whatever. If you sign a girl and she does not activate and you give her whatever the bonus is, you will have no chance of ever getting any of that money back to you. It's just gone. It's just a complete and total write-off. Okay. If you're comfortable with that, fine. I'm going to tell you never do it. Okay. If you go and you do any of our team events, our EOOs, our Synergy of Sevens, there's 3 requirements to get your sign-on bonuses. I highly suggest that. Activated, doing a call, either one-on-one or team onboarding, and like a team meeting, and then shadowing parties. To me, that's what, 1, 2, 3, that's about 3 hours of them being tuned into the business plus getting activated. That there usually gives somebody an idea of, hey, I really want to try this as a business or not. And it'll tell you where you have to spend your time and energy. And hey, and if she does activate and she does all the training, but then still doesn't want to sell, at least she activated. It's totally worth then the sign-on bonus that you give her. So those are the 4 different ways that you can use closing methods when you're talking to leads. One of the things that Dana Barish always talks about, she is amazing. She's our team leader of the Diamond Empire. And she actually taught this to like everybody who's ever taken a recruiting class has heard this from her. It's FORM. And it's FORM. F stands for family. O stands for occupation. R stands for recreation. And M stands for motivation. And basically what that means is if somebody messages Dana and goes, hey, Dana, tell me about Pure Romance, or tell me how do I get started, or anything at all, what happens is she immediately asks them a question right back. Well, tell me about yourself. Tell me about your family. Like, it's a conversation. And what this does is gets them talking, which means that's when you take the hint to zip it. You're going to hear the word vomiting a lot when it comes to sponsoring. And that's because we get so excited that somebody wants to join our team that we just talk. But you're also going to hear this saying, a confused mind says no. The more you talk, the more you will confuse them, the more they will not sign right then and there. Okay. Let them talk. They will talk themselves into signing. You ask them about their family, okay? Lead that conversation and will tell me what you do. Like, tell me what you do for a living, what you've been up to. Again, they're talking. And what I love about when you ask them their occupation, in here is where they start to give you, okay, well, with family, they kind of give you hints into if they have a support system or not and how their husband, wives, whoever feels about it, right? With occupation, they start to tell you and explain why they could use this side hustle, or maybe they need it to be their main hustle. And it's amazing because you just ask them what it is they do and they start telling you why they need this. Zip it. Literally, once you ask them what it is they do, just be quiet. Let them talk. Then you lead the conversation in a recreation. Oh my gosh, well, yeah, it does sound like you know, blah, 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 blah. And then you say, well, what do you like to do for fun? Like, do you even have free time? If you don't have free time, if you had it, what would you do? Would you go on vacation? Would you do things with your kids? Like, tell me what you do for free time. Zip it. Let them convince themselves that they need more money to do more fun things. Then you're going to lead that conversation into motivation. And this is a couple different ways that you could look at this too. Motivation to me, when I'm talking to a recruit lead, is what out of all the things in their life would motivate them to actually come in and put effort in, time, and training to build a business. Is it their family? Is it their kids? Is it them tired of not being able to live their life? Like, what is the motivation that they have to join this company and be a part of your team and our sisterhood? Okay. So if you struggle with recruit leads and you're not very good at being direct, for example, like I said, I was, and we were talking about being assumptive, okay, in the beginning, try this. Because all you're doing is asking them 4 questions, zipping it, and letting them convince themselves. And at the end, after they've said like what their motivation is, all you have to be is like, well, great, sounds like you're ready to sign up. And you can send her your website, direct link to your kids, and have her check out and tell her, I always ask, send me a screenshot when you're finished of your order number so I can make sure that it comes through on my end. And the reason that I ask for a screenshot is because I want to make sure, because you know our emails can be crazy, that I do get an email and she does show up in my reports. And if not, I at least have her order number. That way I can call corporate and be like, hey, here's an issue. But also it's like a little bit of accountability on her side to be like, okay, signed up, here, look, ta-da. And you can immediately start onboarding her at that point, whatever your onboarding process is, okay? Do you guys want to know one of my favorite questions ever when it comes to getting sponsored or recruit leads sponsored and signed on? Are you ready? Favorite of all time. What's stopping you from signing up right now? Now, this does go a little bit with that assumptive, okay? And it also goes along with that, like giving her a question and being quiet, okay? I'm very good at being direct. If you're not good at being direct, you are going to promise me that you're going to practice this, okay? If I were to ask you, girl, what is stopping you right now from sponsoring a new consultant? You're going to comment right now on this video and tell me what it is. You might kind of feel like you were thrown off guard, but you know what's going to happen? Your brain's going to start going, oh, well, what's stopping me is, and you can give me a list of excuses, that's fine, but at least you're going to tell me something, right? And I learned this little psychology hack a couple years ago. You could put the word truth. Okay, so TRUTH, and you could put like a colon, a colon, or you could put a comma, and call her out on why she hasn't signed yet. So if you put truth in front of something and it starts a sentence, it actually makes that person's brain not able to lie to you. It's crazy. So you literally can be like, truth, girl. We keep trying to get you signed up. but I honestly think it's because you're scared of blah, blah, blah. I honestly think that it's because you've told me your husband's not supportive, like whatever it is, whatever you think it is, find out if that's actually what it is by saying truth, putting that in there, question mark, and see what she says to you. She's either going to be like, you're exactly right. Or she's going to be like, yes, but also, and she might tell you something you didn't know that will help you kind of address her concerns. I don't really want to go over the fear, I don't want to really go over the like overcoming objections to you, because corporate has all of that on the training website. If you go to training.pureromance.com and you click on the little tab at the top that says share, there is a whole pull down, okay, on the right side. And if you go to, let me see. Hold on, let me find it for you. I want to make sure I tell you the right one. Okay, well, I don't see the link in here. It used to say overcoming objections, and they must have renamed it as something else. Let me look for you. All right, well, I'm going to have to get back to you guys on this. Oh, no, hold on. Start. Okay, hold on. I'm going to click on all these different things for you guys real fast. I'm telling you, just a few weeks ago, this said overcoming objections, and now I don't see that anymore. Send a new viewing, sponsoring techniques, sponsoring commercials. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. It's all the way at the bottom. I don't know how I missed it. All the way at the bottom of share, it says overcoming sponsoring objections. And then it says feel, felt, found, which is another way that you can actually overcome these objections. But what I love is this goes through all of the reasons that people give you. It doesn't have time, doesn't have money, needs to talk it over with a partner. The timing isn't right. It tells you what to say on here. So you guys can totally go to the training.pureromance.com website and get all that information. It's so good. And there's even videos on the Pure Romance YouTube channel for that. Okay. All right, guys, I am done with my part. I would love the girls on Zoom to, let me open up my chat. I just realized it wasn't open. Sorry about that. If you have questions, comments, or if you have a scenario that you want to throw at me, I would love to help you with that. I can definitely give you what I would say or what I would do in that situation with that recruit lead. And I'll probably stick around for about 10 more minutes. And let me go to Facebook too. I'll check and see if there are any comments. Candle for smokers. Okay. Yes. You guys, yeah, your team probably totally has all that. I don't know why I can't find my face. Oh, there it is. Hi, guys. Danielle, do you have any questions for me, love? Kelly?
No, I do not. Sorry, I'm trying to unmute myself. I can never seem to hit the mute button. No, I'm just soaking it all in because, I love me some Summer Rain, and I always pick your brain. No, this was actually great. Especially when you're in business for so long, it's always so nice. I feel like to hear refreshing tips and information, and it was great. So I don't have any questions at the moment. I'm just here. I'm here for it.
I just really wanted to keep it simple because people, in my experience, make recruiting out to be like another universe, another galaxy, something that we don't understand. And it's so much easier when you think about it. And I'll tell you this, if you are a rock star salesperson and you can sell coochie with your eyes closed, our business opportunity is the new bottle of coochie. Go sell it, go hustle your butt off, because ultimately that's where your residual income comes from. Dana Barish doesn't make $1.2 million a year because she focuses on selling coochie. She focuses on helping bring new people into the business. And I'm telling you, if they're not ready to come in or they're giving you a no, guess what? They are your next hostess. And if they are not ready to host a party, guess what? They're ready to buy something from you. And if they're not ready to buy something from you, they know people who want to buy stuff. who want to host parties, and who want to join your team. It all kind of comes full circle then. Oh, there you go. Hey. Awesome. Hey, Kelly, thanks for having your screen on. I love when I can see other people's faces. I love it. All right, ladies, somebody unmute themselves. Give me something. I do so much better when you guys ask me questions. Nothing? You guys, did I just answer everybody's questions? Are they all just like, are you all just like, I got it, I'm going to recruit everybody?
I'm gonna recruit everybody.
That's what I feel right now.
Hey, Lori Sue.
Awesome refresh.
I got a question.
So what? I didn't hear you.
I got a question.
Yes. Hey, babe.
Hey, I know it's probably going to be a crazy one or whatever, but how do you get the motivation to sponsor?
How do you have the motivation not to sponsor? Because let me tell you something.
Free money.
Well, but honest to goodness, let me give you some like real advice from my personal experience.
That's what I'm asking you.
I'm having a hard time in my personal life. There's this weird thing that happens where you start to step back from your own business and you realize, well, I'm going to take a break from all the things in my life and kind of like do nothing, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
And so then you go, and this thought goes, well, if this business isn't working for me, but really, you know, you're not working it. It's just, but you think this business isn't working for me. So why would I go out and add other people to it? Why, if it's not working for me, why would it work for anybody else? What you should think is this. If you believe in God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, I believe that everybody has a purpose. Your purpose, your mission, your end game may not be the next Dana Barish, but it might be your mission to help people that you didn't know who needed help. And you might be the person who brings people in, and this sisterhood and this opportunity saves their lives. We can't all think that we're going to be millionaires doing this, but we can think that we can change a whole lot of lives trying to offer the opportunity to people. Whew, I just got cold chills because I know for a fact that even if I wasn't making the money that I'm making now, I would still be doing this because of all of the people here that I have a connection with. I couldn't just give up. I couldn't do it because I'd be letting you guys down.
I think I lost my motivation when I lost my one team member.
Oh, girl, honey, listen, let me tell you something. I wish I had M&Ms right now so I could show you guys a little thing. I'm going to make a video. I'm literally going to make I'm going to make an M&M run tomorrow. I'm going to make my video. I can't find it. Okay, so listen. 99% of people that you signed will leave.
No, they're still in the business. That's the thing.
No, but listen, forget that girl. She's 99% gone. Okay. She's gone. 99%. Okay. You want to hear a fun fact? Fun fact. My first year in business, I signed 52 consultants. Actually, that was my activations. I don't know how many I really signed. Out of all of those people that I signed and that they brought in the business, there is one person left. She's right here on the phone call, Lori Sue. She is my one girl out of almost 60 people that I signed. One. I'm sure there were years that I signed 50 people and there are none of them still here. Oh gosh, what's the book called? I'm going to tell you guys. It's a 2-hour book on Audible. I was telling Danielle about this today. I'm going to tell you what it's called. This changed my whole thinking on so many things just recently. It's called Freakishly Effective Leadership for Network Marketers by Ray Higdon. Oh, hold on. Here's what it looks like. Oops. Freakishly Effective Leadership for Network Marketers by Ray Higdon. Before I read this book, my way to explain this was think like a man. Because when men are in sales, direct sales, recruiting, there is no emotion. The used car salesman does not give a fuck how he rips you off. He just does it. But we're women and we can't just think like a man. So basically there's this line, and that's why I love the book because it explains it, that we toe as network marketers, MLM, direct sales, whatever, who go out and recruit and build teams. Basically 50-50 of you, right? So 50% of you is like so excited, ready to learn, and you're going to provide that buffet of information and help her. But the other 50% of you is realistic that she's probably going to leave in 3 months. When you focus everything into one person or 3 people or whoever it is that's not doing what they said they were going to do, or that they leave you, guess what? There's 30 other people over here waiting for this opportunity. And I'm telling you, I wasted like 6 years of my life in this business holding on to these people that I just wanted it more than they did at that moment. And it's so funny because when you finally realize that there are these other people who want your love, attention, and leadership, your whole team will start to explode because they then start modeling the same behavior that you just showed them how to shift into. So we're not talking about that girl anymore. She's out. She's gone. Maybe she'll come back on her own terms. Who knows? Yes. I hope that helps, girl.
A little bit. I just got to get the motivation back, I guess.
Just get out of your head. Listen, if you can't help yourself, help somebody else. That's honest to gosh. When I was just telling Lori Sue this the other day, I was like, when I'm having a hard time in life, business, whatever it is, and I go out of my way to help somebody else, it's like you get pulled up when you're pulling them up. Like you both get to stand up together and it feels so good. So if you have no reason to feel good about your business or no reason to share it, that's why you should go out and share it. You're going to help somebody else in the meantime. Lift them up, baby. Lift them up. Love it. Any other questions or comments or scenarios? Throw something at me. I love difficult scenarios. I'll tell you, I have one recruit lead who's been my recruit lead for like 8 years and she still hasn't signed, but every single kit sale she tells me she's going to sign. And I literally tell her I don't believe her anymore. I'm like, yeah, I don't believe you, but okay.
You know, one thing I'll chime in and say is I'm one of those people who did not sign the first time. It took my sponsor years, plural, to sign me. And do you think she's pissed off now? No. And I'll tell you what, I'm grateful that she didn't just offer it to me one time. I was like, oh, she said no, moved on. People's lives change, y'all. People's situations change. And sometimes they're saying no for reasons that don't even make sense, but in their world, it does at the time, you know? So one thing I've taken from Summer Rae and I've been in business probably about the same amount of time, I would say close to.
You're just a few months more than
right. I think I'm a few months older than you. Well, if only that were actually true.
I know, right? Oh my God.
I'm old.
Younger.
No, but like, I mean, honestly, like if you think about, like Summer Rae said, both of us, we look at our teams right now. The team I have today is not the team I had 10 years ago. There is one person on my team who I've had since the very beginning. So like you think about that. But you know why none of us think about it or really worry about it? Because sure, I want them to come back. I'd love for them to be in this business, but I didn't start this business to have a team of one. So why does it matter? That's up to them. That's them. That's for them to choose. It's not my choice. It's not my yes or my no. It's theirs, you know? So when you make it a lifestyle, some will, some won't. Who cares who's next?
I love that. I totally forgot about that saying. I'm going to write that down.
Girl, I brought that back, man. I brought that back from like back in the day. It's almost Throwback Thursday. I figured I'd come in early with it, you know, and just bring that back.
We should. I'll make that into a little graphic. I'll post it in all the groups. Like, honestly, and it sounds so heartless to say, like, some will, some won't, so what, who's next? But like, at the end of the day, whoever is here, we're here for you.
And we don't mean that in a heartless way. It's like, whoever this is meant for, it's for them. I was in other direct sales businesses prior to this, and I'm not with those companies anymore. They may have said the same thing. It wasn't my fit. So it's okay. I'm grateful they loved me where I was and let me pursue other things without making me feel bad about it, you know? So it's like, that's what it is.
I actually went to my first party when my first child was 4 months old and my husband deployed for the first time. I got invited to the party because my friends said I was the most fun friend they had and I had to be there. I was scared to death. How old was I? 20. I was 20 years old. I was invited to this party. And I go and I'm freaked out. They have the lights turned out. There's like a disco light on. There's this huge gun case full of vibrators open sitting on the table. Huge rack of lingerie. As soon as I walk in, I was like, what is happening, y'all? What kind of party did I just like? Oh my God. I sat on the edge of the couch away from everything as much as I could the whole party. It was so scary for me. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, can I just like leave? Well, the consultant like forced me into the bathroom and was like, you have to put lingerie on. And I was like, I just had a baby. Like, I don't want to do this. It was so uncomfortable. Worst experience. I did buy, what did I buy? A heart massager and Basic Instinct to like, you know, the hostess, whatever. I was like, I'm never going to one of those parties ever again. Like, ever. I was like, cool, I'm done, I'm out, whatever. That consultant tried to recruit me so hard. She stalked me. And at the time, I didn't know anything about direct sales. So I didn't understand when, like, it's funny now, my, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. When I go back and look at, when I was looking at those messages and stuff, she's like, I want you to sign up. When are you signing up? Like, she was very like in your face about it, and not in a like, let's be friends type of way. I think the party experience and the whole like, just sign up now was like a complete turnoff for me. Fast forward, we won't mention names, but the person who I signed up with, she did a great job at the time, kind of teasing and flirting with the audience she had on social media. And when she would post about the ways that she was making money and the things she was doing with it, it really piqued my interest. My husband and I weren't doing good. I was ready to leave him. Okay, this is fast forward 3 years later and I had my daughter. But I was 23 years old. I had to quit my job as a pharmacy tech because I had a baby. I was nursing my daughter, and I really refused to leave my children at this time. What was I going to do for money? So guess what? Just like Danielle said, I was definitely not the right time before. But another consultant did it the right way at that time and attracted me into her. And I saw the possibility at that time, well, if I'm going to be a single mom, I need a way to make income and be more with my kids. And so people's circumstances, I love that you said that, Danielle. Thank you, because they absolutely can change like this. I've had literally recruit leads tell me, no. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey girl, I just signed up on your website. What just happened? And she'll tell me, circumstance change, whatever it is, like my son this, my husband this, I lost my job, like whatever it is, just change. But you always offering the opportunity, they know that you're always in business, boom, they'll just do it. They'll be ready anytime they're ready. Yes. Kayana, I don't want to say your name wrong. Kiana. Oh, that's cool. I like how there's so many, what are they called, vowels? That's beautiful.
I love you.
I'm sorry, I'm not good at English language at
Girl,
all.
stop it.
I'm not, it's terrible.
You're great.
Okay.
I love you.
So she said that's her problem sometimes. I can't get out of my head. I'm my own worst critic. Nobody judges you more than you judge yourself. Like, you are absolutely always going to be your worst critic. My advice, if you forget to recruit or you struggle with recruiting, schedule once a week recruiting post in your group. That way it's just out there and it's passive marketing. I would rather every single one of you passively recruit than not do it at all because you feel scared to do it. And what I mean by passive, you could put up oh gosh, man, I can't remember where I found it. There was a graphic Pure Romance had a long time ago. It's probably still on their Instagram or their website somewhere. I have to find it. But it was just like, it was a little quote about the opportunity that we offer at Pure Romance. And I used to schedule that once a week I'm lying to you. It wasn't once a week. It was like once a month or once every other week because I spaced it out a lot. But I put in the caption, if I've never asked you to join my team, comment below and I'll put you on a raffle for whatever prize pack, pleasure pack, whatever you want to give away. And it was so interesting because people, like all of these people would be like, you never asked me, you never asked me, you never asked me, you never asked me. Cool, whatever. So in order for them to be entered into my raffle, I would message them and be like, hey girl, I'm about to enter you on my raffle. I know that you said I've never asked you to join my team. Do you want me to send you some information? Do you want to read about the starter kits on my website? Like something. But just, you could save the messages, copy and paste, give you the same dang message every single time that you do this. It doesn't matter. But the point is, she gave you permission because she's telling you, you've never asked me, so ask me. But if you schedule that post to happen twice a month or once a month minimum in your group VIP groups, you're forced to recruit at least one day a month because it's scheduled in there. It's done, taken care of. And I'll be honest with you, what I would recommend doing whenever that post pops up in your VIP group every month that you schedule it, take that post at the exact same time and go post it on your personal profile. Don't be scared to do this. Remember, you're always getting new people as friends on Facebook, new followers on Facebook, random people Facebook stalking you who are not in your group yet. What's going to happen is different people are going to comment on that post on your profile while your VIP is going. And the people that comment on the one on your profile, you're going to message them the same message, except you're going to say, also join my VIP and put the link in there, because now you're also building your VIP group. See how that works? Just keep dripping them until they finally join your team, come down that funnel. Also, I'm going to yell at all of you. If you're doing parties online and home, I don't care how you're doing parties. If you're not playing a sponsoring game, I'm spanking you. Like, it just is what it is at this point. That first year in business where I sponsored 52 recruits, the only game I played at every single party was the 8 questions game. I played it, I still play it. It's religious to me. What it does is it's fishing. You hand out these cards, or you can actually, I don't know if you guys know this. I'll show you real fast. If you're on Facebook, you may not be able to see this, just so you know, because sometimes the screen sharing is weird. But on the training website, if you click on Get Started and you scroll all the way to the bottom, right here are the paper products that come in a standard, deluxe, or premium kit. They're PDF files. If you click right here on the 8-question commercial, it opens up the PDF file of the 8 questions. You can actually screen share this into your Zoom party, or you can actually, what you could do is you can literally just screen share and crop each card, or you can have a post in there that's like, hey, the first people who pick a number 1 through 8 are going to get an extra raffle ticket. I'm going to message you what your question's going to be, and you're going to ask me that during our Zoom party. Like, whatever, you can be creative however you want to do it. It doesn't matter. I personally just think screen sharing is easy enough, and you can just be like, hey, Kelly, ask me, can you read card number 1 to me? And she reads it and you answer her, call it a day. Okay. But what this does is this goes and offers up the most important information about being a Pure Romance consultant, getting their minds thinking about their own experience, what it could be like, how much money they could make, and what difference in their lives it could be. It's like they start telling this future fairy tale story in their own mind with these 8 questions. So if you are like, I don't know what to do that. Absolutely do that. Awesome. Yay. Okay, awesome. Well, does anybody else have any other questions before I go? Nope. Okay, well, do me a favor and go into your team page and share with your team something that you learned on this call. It could be anything you learned or something you want to implement, but share it in your team page, because every single call that you're on, every single training that you're on, you should always take something from it that you're going to use for yourself, but you should also share it with your team. You know, we all have busy lives. There's no possible way that everybody can get on every single call. So sharing is caring. Care for your team, care for your sisterhood, and share something that's going to help everybody elevate themselves in business. All right, ladies, love your faces. Have a good night. Thanks for being on here.
Thank you.